Welcome, Panther fans, to episode 15 of Off the Rails Sports Saturday. I'm your host, Coach Almendarez, along with Kyle Eaton here today. Today we have Portland Middle East Middle School track and field. So, guys, thank you for coming in early today. I know they all was excited to get here. I could just see it when y'all walked in. But what we're going to do is, like I said, just speak loud and don't worry about the camera there or anything else. Just talk to me and Kyle here and everything. First off, I want to welcome you, Coach. Coach Jody Baird is our coach for track and field. Coach, kind of give us a little background on how you got into coaching track and field and how long you've been doing it.
Okay. I actually ran track and field in middle school and high school. Running's kind of been a passion of mine, and I've done some half marathons and 5 and 10K, so it's something I've always been interested in. I would say about 3 years ago, I helped Coach Combs. I was his assistant 3 years ago, and he kind of said, "This is yours. I don't know a lot about it, so here you go." So I kind of picked it up and been trying to build from there. So
What do you enjoy coaching? What is it about track and field that you enjoy coaching? Do you like the field events or the running events or just kind of helping the kids out? Or
yeah, like I don't know a lot about the field event part of it, so I'm learning on that part. As far as like the running events, I enjoy watching the kids grow. Like from the first practice that we had to what we are now, like I've seen such a grow in every one of the kids. And like that excites me. Like when I, see somebody beat their time from the last time they ran, like it's a personal goal for them, and I can like that kind of stuff. I enjoy watching with the kids because I can see that energy and that determination that they have, and that's kind of cool to watch.
So that's what we see a lot on the cross country side of it too.
Yeah.
It's not so much you're looking at the person next to you all the time.
Yes.
You're looking at your personal records too.
Yes.
And sometimes that's like the main goal, I guess, is to be, I'm chasing my personal record as well as chasing the person that's across or next to me or across from me. So I think that's a good motivation.
Yeah.
Motivation too, to look at it that way.
We're up against some big schools that have big kids, like they look half grown.
Really?
And I feel like sometimes it's a little discouraging for the kids to be like, this guy looks like he's a man in high school or whatever. And I try to be like, okay, like look at where you came from when we started to now. Don't compare yourself to somebody that's 6 feet tall and can, have less.
has a beard already?
Yeah, has a beard and, whatever. So I don't want them to get discouraged because of that, because each one of them have like had a lot of personal growth. So
Well, guys, the hard part's now over. Coach got to talk, and she's done talking now. So now it's going to be on y'all. So what we need y'all to sit there and introduce yourself, tell us what grade you're in, and then what events y'all do in track and field. And we'll start with you.
I'm Oliver Boyd in 7th grade, and I typically run the 4x100, 4x200, the 100, and sometimes the 200.
Do you like running all those events?
Yes.
Did you choose to run those, or did Coach sit there and just say, "Hey, you're going to run all these events"?
Coach chose them. I used to think that I was a long distance, but then she put me in all the sprinting events.
Yeah.
Just got into that.
All right.
My name is Caroline Olson. I'm in 6th grade, and I typically run the mile, the 4x200, the 4x100, and sometimes the 200 and 800.
All right.
My name is Christian Collins, and I run the hurdles 100 meter, the 1x400 or the 4x100 meter relay, and the 4x200 meter relay.
So getting back to you, Caroline, did you choose those events, or did Coach kind of put you there, or how did you get into those events?
She kind of just put me there.
So you didn't know if you was a short distance, if you was a sprinter, or if you was a long distance person, and she just said, "Hey, try this."
I just like to run. I don't know what I'm best at.
Okay. So you looking to run in high school, like cross country and stuff?
I don't know.
You don't know yet? That's too far away.
Tell him you're in 6th grade.
Yeah. Like the thing with Caroline is I can put her in anything, long distance or a sprint, and she does good. Like she told me at first, she's like, I don't really want to do long distance. I just want to do short distance. Well, when we would practice, they would run a mile sometimes, and she would come out and be like,
Yeah.
7 minutes. And I was like, wait, no.
Wow.
Like you can do both. Like, and same thing with Christian. He can do that too. Like he's one of my fastest runners too, as far as, mile or sprinting. I know Caroline had her best time at the last meet or 2 meets ago that we had at Liberty Creek in her mile.
Mm.
And I mean, it was 6:33, and I was just like, oh wow, that was a personal best for her. So I was,
But that's different training and different setup, right?
It
I mean,
is.
if you're doing a 200 as opposed to an 800,
yes.
you kind of got to set yourself up
Yeah.
a little different on
And
that.
she
That's-
does,
I would
like-
say that's hard to do.
Well,
be
and
able
it
to do that.
is, but watching her like run a mile, like
Yeah.
she knows how to pace herself.
Yeah.
And then that last lap, you can tell like she's gonna pick it up, and then at the end she sprints. Like she knows how to.
When to say go.
Yes, like give it 50%, 75%, and at the
Yeah.
end we're giving it 100%.
Uh-huh.
And that's something a lot of kids that run long distance don't understand. They just think they need to take off right away. So to have somebody that can mentally train themselves to do that, that's just that comes naturally, and she has that. So it's kind of cool to watch her.
Christian, how did you get into your events? Did you choose those, or did coach choose those, and it just kind of fit, or?
I chose hurdles,
Yeah.
but I said I wanted to do distant like sprints, like a medium sprints, and she put me in these relays.
So, if you chose hurdles, why did you choose hurdles? What made it exciting for you to choose that event?
Last year I ran for the Ellis school.
Yeah.
And I randomly saw kids doing hurdles and wanted to do them, and I started it, but it was like at the end of the season. So I did like 2 meets with hurdles and then stopped. When I got into this school, I wanted to do hurdles, so I just chose to get in that.
Okay. So, if I ask you guys, it's a 2-part question here. Who's the fastest on the team?
Wow.
That's
Christian.
the whole team.
Caroline.
Christian.
Christian.
Okay.
He's better at long distance.
That was my next
I
question.
feel
The
like you
second
need to get
part.
them both outside right now. Line
We
them
got
up.
the football
Hey,
field. We
let's
go right.
let's
Let's
just
go right
prove
here.
I
it
have
here.
Crocs on right now. I'm not.
Take them
running.
off. We'll go barefoot. We'll go barefoot.
Barefoot, yeah.
We'll go barefoot on barefoot. We'll go from the goal line to goal line. We'll go 100 yards. Who is the best long distance runner on the team?
Caroline.
Wow.
Okay. So you chose the best ones to come here.
Yeah,
So that's
Yeah.
nice.
How many's on your team?
we have a smaller team this year. We
Yeah.
only have 18 kids.
That's pretty good though.
Yeah, it is good. On a good day, if they all show up, that's good. But usually it's about 15, which is a good number. It makes it hard though, because when you only have 15 to 18 kids,
How
and
many
you want to do,
events? How many events?
they
is
can
there?
do 3 events.
Okay.
and
So
then-
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so no, so it's hard sometimes to I don't really have a relay team for the 400 just because I don't have enough kids that can do that.
Yeah.
So that.
So
sometimes-
3 is the max. Each kid. 3 is the maximum events each kid can participate in.
Yes.
How many total events are in a meet?
There
Approximately.
is. Well, I mean you. So
And
you
is
hear
it just
sprint.
running, or do they have the off?
Like, are we counting field events?
like
yeah, do they
field
have?
events. This last time that we had a meet, they could only do. So if I had a girl that did like the disc and shot put, she could
Yeah.
only be in one running event.
Okay, so it's
So,
total across the
But
board.
now with the championship, they can be in their field events and the 3 running events.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of
Okay.
expands it. It just
Okay.
really depends. And that makes it a little bit better because you can get them in more things. I hate
Mhm.
for someone just to do, like, I have a 8th grader, Addie Lee. She does shot put and disc. And, like, she's really good at both of them, but I could only put her in one running event. then.
Right, right.
So, yeah.
Right,
So that
makes
kind of
sense.
limited her a little bit. But that's what she likes to do. So it turned out good. But
So, sorry to interrupt you, Coach.
No.
Describe your running style. So if you had to name the type of how you run, how would you describe that? That might be a little too much of a question there. Do you have a running style? Any of y'all?
Not really.
Y'all just run?
I just run.
Swing it.
Swing it.
If you had a superpower for track, what would it be?
It's not a question, it's track. Super speed.
Huh? You
Super
can't. Okay, if you can't have
I
speed,
like you.
that I knew you would.
Caroline
Did you
1,
cheat?
Miguel 0. I love it.
If you couldn't have speed, what else would it be?
Flight. I can just fly around the track.
You fly. What is the favorite track that you like to run on? What is all the tracks you've ran
Liberty Creek.
Liberty Creek.
Wow.
Our
Yeah,
track's
I
that's
can
sucks.
use
crazy.
my
No
spikes on that
offense.
track.
So you don't like running on our track?
No,
We don't.
we have
Don't even
grass
count as a
growing
track,
in our
does it?
track.
No, with grass growing in the track. And I mean, East kind of has a disadvantage because we don't have a track here. We don't,
Right.
like, if we have to do anything, extra training, we have to go over there, and that's hard to do. So here, we kind of run around the school, we go up to the practice field up here, and we do some warm-ups and just different drills. So we try to utilize what we have, but we don't have a track, so
Right.
it doesn't.
So how does a typical practice day go for y'all?
We'll usually
Oh,
get up in the new gym, like get all our stuff done. Maybe some of us will stretch. We'll go up to the practice field. We'll do the warm ups. We'll run a lap, maybe two. And
Done
then
some
we'll
hills. You guys love doing bear crawls.
No. It makes us
What about that hill right out here?
Yeah.
Oh
It
yeah.
makes us look
Coach
like
Lane loved that
furries.
hill back when it was just one middle school before West came along.
Furry.
It's not.
So how do y'all got something? You got like things marked out to where, hey, this would be 400 meters here, or you got 200 meters here, so
We
you can
have
practice
done that,
on.
yeah.
Because it wouldn't really matter, I guess, if you went around circles to do 2 laps or 4 laps or whatever, but the distance to figure out when you needed to start, picking it up and stuff like that. Y'all just have a mapped out here around the school or something.
Yeah, like I know that 3 laps around the school is just a little bit over a mile.
it's like
Okay.
1.13 or
Yeah,
something.
so I've measured that out. And then the front, like I've measured out like what 100 meters and then 200 meters look like. So, if someone's doing a 400, this is what this is how
Okay.
it would look. So we try to do the best we can with using that. But
So how do you practice with hurdles? Do you got hurdles here?
I don't.
They don't have it over at the high school either. So how do y'all go about? How do you practice then on
I
your
haven't.
hurdles? You haven't.
So it's just raw talent out there.
yeah,
Yeah.
So that makes me want to come watch because I want to see how y'all jump the hurdles. Because I watched the high school go inside the indoor and get the hurdles, and then they practice over 1 or 2 hurdles and
Yeah.
everything. Because I know it's a technique. It's just, you don't just go up to it and jump.
yeah. It's,
But so how do you practice that without having a hurdle? You set up like milk crates in a bar or something,
I thought about it. I really did. But no, I really haven't practiced. I just do running. And then when I get to the meet, I usually try to do a couple hurdles before I run it, and then I just go for it.
So you don't really work on your technique on jumping the hurdle then?
Not really.
That's tough.
it is.
I was gonna say.
I've even thought about just, hey, can we borrow a couple hurdles and
Yeah.
leave them at the school for a while just so we could practice. But I mean, he does good. Like the last few meets that I've seen him, he's got his technique, so it came natural for him.
So do you work at that at home? Do you work with that at home or anything?
Not a whole lot. I mean, usually I'll run down the hill or something. But
So you learned it at the other school on
I
how to
lo-
jump a hurdle,
I learned it at Ellis, and I kind of just stuck with it.
but just from that little bit of training that you started there at Ellis,
Yes, sir.
you just kind of go with that and you continue that without practicing everything.
So is it just the fact middle school and high school, the rules don't allow to commingle or whatever? Because I know the football team is not allowed usually to come and be with the high school team. So is that the reason you can't go to the practice field and use that
Yeah,
what they
and
call a
it's
track
like
there?
West is over there,
Yeah,
and the
West
high
is
school
over
is
there.
over there practicing,
Okay.
and then you have the football team in the middle. So it's, I know
Crowded.
last year we tried to get over there and it was
Chaotic.
it was a lot.
Hmm.
So,
It would have looked like Thursday.
Yeah.
You had the football team out there practicing.
Yeah.
For the first day of spring.
Yeah.
And you had the track meet, so you had West, you had
Yeah.
y'all, and then you had White House.
Yeah, it was
So
chaotic. It was just,
put White House as the high school team and
Yeah.
West and East, and then you're trying to share the track and stuff like that. So, do y'all have y'all looking to participate in high school in track and field when y'all
Maybe.
get there?
I was thinking about it. I'm thinking I will choose if I want to or not, based on the different sports I want to play.
A lot of history in Portland in that hurdle event. We need somebody coming up that's going to keep up momentum going. Portland's been doing pretty good in the hurdles. What about 5, 6?
Well, we just set a
more
new
years?
record this year. I think it was a freshman that set a record on the hurdles. So it was a record that I believe it was Hester that had set it, and he's helping coach. So.
Mhm.
But I think there was a freshman that ended up breaking that record a couple meets back.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Do you look at any of the events that they do in high school they don't do in middle school? So like pole vault, they pole vault. They got the decathlon in high school. Is any of that sound
No,
fun for y'all?
Not
The
really.
pole vault thing sounds fun, but I don't think I'd ever want to get into it.
The high jump.
I thought that was middle school.
Yeah,
You got high jump in middle school?
kind of.
yeah, Wes can do
Kind
it.
of.
Yeah, but we haven't ever had an opportunity to.
Ellis did.
Ellis had it.
What is, Oliver, what is your, as of right now, what's the best memory you've got of track and field?
Probably just getting my new PR on the mile.
Did you get that this year?
Mhm.
And you went from what to what?
I went from like 9:10 to 9:02.
Did you feel, when you got that, did you feel like you might have broke it that time, or did it feel
Yes.
different?
Yes, I just followed Christian on the first 2 laps. So I was thinking the whole time, like, man, I'm going to get a new PR this time.
Caroline, what about you? What's your biggest memory after now? 1 year in track.
Yeah, probably my best time on the mile because I cut it down by like, I don't know, like a minute because I got like a 7-minute and 24-second mile. That was my PR, and then I got it down to 6 minutes and 33 seconds.
Wow.
So what did you do different that race? What was different that you did? That can you remember anything different that you
Track?
did?
Took
The
her
track.
Crocs off.
Yeah.
The track,
Was that at Liberty Creek, I guess?
yeah, it's at Liberty Creek,
Mm.
so it wasn't like
So your previous
on
best,
pavement.
previous personal best was where at? What track was it at? You remember?
Around the school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then that's when it's your official, the one at Liberty Creek became official.
Yeah, and
So-
then like plus since there's like 4 curves, it's easier to pace yourself. Like when you're going around a school, it's like it's kind of hard, especially since it's not entirely even ground. Like there's a few like small hills, but like in the track you can like know when to sprint, cause like
You got
On the
landmarks
lap.
to look at.
like on the last lap, once you round that last curve, you sprint on this. When do you know to sprint?
Christian, what about you?
Probably just any of the times I ran the 4x2 meter relay.
So who's your relay team with you?
A kid named Camden, Cam,
Yeah.
Cam.
Cam and Kaysen
Kason.
and all. Is Oliver?
Yeah.
Yes. Cam, Kaysen, and Oliver.
I can barely see him across the track.
So was the relay, was that hard to pick up?
No.
Being able to hand off, or did y'all kind of get that pretty good?
It was pretty.
The handing is easy, but like that's kind
Mm-hmm.
of weird.
When you're receiving the baton?
Yeah.
I want to go like this.
Like we've worked on that a lot this year because we had like so much like up down, and I was like, okay, so you have it in this hand, and you know like we're gonna do it palm up for now until we get some more experience and you can, so we've worked on that a lot during practice, making sure the handoff is,
Do you have to put it in a certain order, like this athlete does better handing off to this one, they have kind of they mesh better than maybe this one and over this one? Do you kind of have to line it up that way? Or-
yeah, I do that, and then I do it by, like, okay, this runner right here can, like, Oliver, you've been my first runner quite a bit, so Oliver will start off, and Christian's my last runner, so I kind of do it where my first and my last are my
Mhm.
fastest runners.
Mhm.
And we have one, Cam, it's his first year, he's a sixth grader, and we've worked a lot on his handoffs, and I've seen improvements in him during that time, just trying to work together. But it takes some time. It feels different to them, and it's new, and they don't.
Yeah, and I
know.
can see your point. I mean,
Yeah.
the handing off, not real easy because you're running, you're moving.
Yes.
But yeah, because you're not really supposed to look back, right?
Well, in middle school,
Not
I have them
supposed
look
to,
back.
but you kinda
yeah,
have to.
and
I
I
mean,
kind
there's
of
no
have
way.
them look back a little bit, just because
yeah.
it's new. I mean, I don't want them to drop it either, because I'm
Right.
like, that's seconds that
Yeah.
And I tell them, like, when you don't just stand there and let them hand it to you, like, you have about 20 meters that you can run
Okay.
to get the handoff correct. So
Mhm.
just make sure that you're communicating with the person in front
Yeah,
of
to
you,
me,
so.
that's tough.
Yeah.
To me, that would be the toughest to start learning.
And I have a young team. I have mostly sixth graders, some seventh graders, and then 3 8th graders. So I have a young team. Like it's, and a lot of them have not ran track before. Now, you've not run track before, have you? No, she's sixth grader. But
Mhm.
Oliver, I had him last year. So it's
Mhm.
watching him last year to now. I can see a difference in his running and his determination, and so. But yeah, we have a pretty young team this year.
Wow.
Do y'all when you hand off the baton, you tell them to go? The next person.
Sometimes. I don't tell Oliver that because he goes way too fast and way too early sometimes, like during practice.
Yeah, we'll practice together as a team. And
I mean, you gotta get that running start.
That's right.
They got to catch you, right? I mean, they're already running as fast as they
Yeah.
can go. They got to be able to catch you. So, since y'all run, do y'all just like to run, or is it something that just kind of you want to do track and then just kind of started that way, or? Because I can tell you, I'd never like to run.
I love running.
So do I. I love running. It's just, I remember I got into it because I wanted to get faster for basketball.
Okay.
Because, that's a big part of it, having the stamina and all that.
Yeah.
And so I got into track, and I just realized I liked running, so I just stuck with track.
I also did it mainly for my other sports, soccer and basketball, so I could get faster. But then I already knew I loved to run. That's why I actually picked up the sports I picked up. It's because basketball and soccer have a lot of running. So I started track, and now I like it because it's just running.
Trisha, what about you?
Yeah, I heard a friend was gonna join it, so I said, hey, I'll just go to the tryouts. And then they ditched me, and I was the only one on track. And I realized I liked it, so I just stuck with it.
That's a good stuff.
So, y'all just kind of led into the next question. What other sports do y'all play?
I play basketball. I'm not on the team, but I like to play it in my free time,
Okay.
and that's about it.
You thinking about going back? You going out for it next year?
I'm probably gonna try out.
Okay. That's the only two sports you play. You play anything over in the youth or anything like that, or?
No.
Okay. So you're soccer and basketball.
Yeah, I'm soccer, basketball, and track. That's really all I.
So are you on the middle school soccer team?
Tryouts haven't started yet, but I was on the soccer team
Okay.
for the past year or two. I don't remember, but yeah. And then I was on the middle school basketball team this year, and we had a horrible record. Soccer team
Man,
did
you
really good though.
Tough coach there over there too, ain't it? That East
No,
girls coach. He's a tough one now. You can talk bad about him if you want to.
no, it's Miss Stein. That's
Okay,
coaching us.
that's right. Stein,
Yeah,
Coach
it's-
Totten. Yeah, he switched
You
over to
two
the boys.
boys.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget I said that then. Yeah, something started.
I'm
going
gonna
on.
tell him that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss
Well,
Stein
between the
coach-
head
yeah,
coach and
Stein
the
comes back,
assistant coach, they go out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my coaches is Coach Stein. Miss
Yeah,
Coach
yeah,
Stein
you're right.
is the main head coach, and then
She's
Coach
pretty good.
Bailey is the assistant. And for the boys, I'm pretty sure Totten's the head coach and
Yeah.
Coach Combs is
Yeah.
the assistant.
That's a crew right there, ain't it? What position you play in soccer?
In soccer,
Yeah.
I'm more like a winger, like left wing, right wing. I can do both. And then, yeah, that's pretty much all I do in soccer. Sometimes they'll throw me in like center mid, maybe striker if we're missing a striker. But that's really.
And in basketball, you're what?
So this last year, I was more of like a small forward, like maybe sometimes shooting guard type of player. And varsity, that's what I was.
Right.
But in JV, I was like point guard, shooting guard. This next year, I'm hoping maybe since Bailey Fitz is moving on and that she's going to high school,
Right.
and that was our main point guard. Hopefully, I can get some more point guard and shooting guard time.
So you like having control of the ball. You take me as an athlete that likes to be in control. You'd be a good leader, I think. Yeah. I just the way you talk and the way you say things and how you look at things, I can sit there and say, well, if I had someone on the team, that would be the person I want everybody to look up to. And I can sit there and go, hey, I need you to take control of practice and get these guys in order so I don't have to yell at them because you don't want me to start yelling at them yet. And so that's where, you sit there and you kind of can take control. I can see that in you. You have that leadership mentality. I can see already. So, Christian, what about you?
I used to do baseball, and I'm gonna do soccer this year, and obviously track. I want to do like a left or right wing
Yeah.
for soccer, and I used to do second base for baseball.
Okay. How's you hitting?
Not great.
Not great. At least he's honest.
So you're not playing middle school baseball this year?
No.
No?
I quit like 1 or 2 years ago.
You looking to play maybe later in high school or something?
Probably not.
You're done with it, huh? Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
What about cross country?
Mm.
You like running so much with
I might do
That's long-
cross
would you
country when
think-
I'm older.
yeah, it goes a little bit further.
I don't really know anything about it though.
I don't know.
What's
It'd be like running around the school. You got uneven ground and everything, and
I
you
know
just run a little bit
East-
longer.
Like East doesn't have a cross country team.
Right,
It's
right.
like last year I kind of thought about starting one and I wasn't really sure. And so it's come up again, hey, would you want to start one? So that might be something. I
Would
might
you
try
do
to
that in the fall?
It'd be a
Okay.
fall sport.
So you can sit there and do a little bit of track and running there
Yeah.
in fall and then in the spring. So.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's, I know I have a couple kids that are interested in it, so it might be something we do. I don't know. I know Coach Runyon over at West, he started it
Right.
a year or two ago. It's fresh over there too.
Right.
So I kind of been talking to him a little bit about it. So we'll see. It might be something I might try to.
Be good if you didn't have that many that you could get going on, if they could combine it somehow. It'd be nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
that or if I only have 5 kids, we can meet. We don't have to just run here. Like let's go to Richland Park and we can,
Yeah.
do some of the stuff over there. We can go over to the high school and do their little trail that
Right.
they have.
Right.
The thing that I was told was with cross country, you have to be close to like an AED. So if something happens, or you have to run with the kids and have
Oh,
that
really?
stuff. So I don't.
I didn't know that.
I don't know all the
I don't see
regulations
how
on it.
that can happen even with
I
at the
don't
high
either.
school because
I don't either.
you're not running
Yeah.
around the track where
So I
you got the
gotta-
AED right there by the
I gotta
indoor, but
Figure out if that's something true or not. I
Huh.
don't really know how
put it in
that.
a wagon, have somebody pull the wagon.
I guess I could put it on my backpack and
Caroline
run
could
with
do
them.
that.
I don't
Yeah.
know, but.
I mean that's crazy.
But
'cause
that
I
was
don't see
something that
how-
I was like, well, how do you?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I understand you need to have it for an event because it's a school
Yeah.
event and everything, but
In a cross country setting, I don't
Yeah.
know that's so. I have to
That's
get all
wild.
the ins and outs on it, but I'll if it's something that I can get some interest in at school, I might start that this next year.
so Oliver, in your opinion, What event
Uh-oh.
looks easy, but actually it's hard?
Probably the 800,
And why does it look easy? Because it's just running.
because those long distance runners are just really good at what they do. And then if I tried to do it, it wouldn't turn out so well.
And 800 meters doesn't sound,
Doesn't
That long
sound like
doesn't.
a lot.
but I agree with you.
It's like
Once
half
once
a
you
mile.
once you do it, yeah.
Caroline,
Is it about half a mile?
I'm sorry.
It's half a mile.
What about you? What event you think looks easy but is actually hard?
The hardest event for me is probably the mile, and it's like it kind of looks easy because you'll see other people run it, and then you're like, oh, that's probably not going to be that hard, and then you try to run it, and then you're on your second lap, and then you're like, I'm about to throw up.
Like anything over 800 because they're walking slow or like they're jogging slow and you
Right.
think, oh, that looks a little easier because I'm not full sprinting, and then you
Right.
try it and you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Is there
I
any
know exactly what you're saying.
Is there any field events that y'all have just maybe played around with, not done it in an actual competition, but maybe at practice, kind of did and everything? And when you did it, you were like, no, this ain't for me, because it's harder than I thought.
I did that with shot put and discus.
Same.
I think that's where a lot of people get there is they think you just take the ball and just throw it, and you're not actually throwing it, you're pushing it. And then the discus, you have to know how to hold it. And
You have to
everything.
know when to let go, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do those.
Let me ask, who between you three, we'll do it just you guys right here, and then we'll do the whole team. But who acts like during warm-ups they're just dying?
What do you mean?
Like they just it's so much work just to do warm-ups.
Out of us three.
The whole team.
We'll do the whole
Yeah,
team.
we'll call
I'm not
somebody
gonna
out.
Yeah.
The whole.
I am not.
Yeah, we'll call somebody out that can't defend themselves.
Caroline will tell us.
So- Has Rosie quit, Annabelle? Did she quit?
Yeah.
Well, it was her, but she
Mm.
quit.
Okay.
They're throwing shots at somebody that can't even defend themselves right now.
That's what we do here.
They don't anymore, but at the beginning of the season, probably Shane. At the beginning of the season, though, he's not like that anymore.
Yeah,
but
he's
no
come a
one,
long ways.
no one's really dying during warm ups. If they were, then they'd be cooked during any meet.
Who complains the most?
Probably Shane.
Poor Shane. he's getting better.
Cadmus race.
Oh,
What about between y'all three?
Who complains the
Does
most?
anybody complain?
not really.
Oh, good.
Somebody in the audience pointing at somebody over here.
What?
Somebody.
No?
No.
When did
These three really,
I don't complain
really-
during track.
I don't really have a lot of. They know if they complain to me, then okay, we're gonna do something else. Then let's do some hills. Let's do
Yeah.
like the caterpillar. They don't like to do the caterpillar.
Right,
like
right.
you know.
I do.
Well, yeah, you do, but for the most part. So it's like if you're not gonna give me 100% effort on the first time, then we'll just keep doing it. And each time we keep doing it, you're
Mhm.
gonna get more tired. So you're not gonna give me 100%. So it's they all kind of. They all know, let's do it the best the first time so we don't have to keep repeating and doing this over and over again, so.
Who's the leader on the team?
The coach.
Besides the coach. There you go. That's a good answer.
That was a good answer.
There's no one. Boy, they're just killing me today.
Probably. Well, it's kind of girls and boys for this.
Okay.
Because it's like Erica, I feel like is probably she's. a
When she
pretty
speaks,
good-
everybody listens.
Yeah, she's a pretty good leader. Then probably Christian.
So when he talks, everybody listens. Pretty much.
I don't even talk that much.
You can make Ezra be quiet sometimes, so that shows something.
What is your pre-race routine? What do you do before you come to do a race? Do you listen to music? Do y'all sit there and get yourself psyched up? You know.
I listen
So
to
what-
music or stretch. That's all I
So what is your routine, Oliver?
I just stretch. That's it.
So you don't are you going through the race through your head, your starts, your where you need to be at, or anything like that, or you just stretch and go, okay, I'm waiting for the gun to go off.
I mean, I'm first leg on all the relays.
Right.
And for the regular sprints, you just run until they tell you to stop. So I don't really gotta think that much.
Okay. Caroline, what about you? You just stretch and listen to music?
Yeah, well,
Uh-oh.
yeah, pretty much. I might I might ask for a friend to wish me good luck. That's
you gotta ask them to do that for you?
yeah,
Wow.
but that's all I do.
Man, wish me good luck before we start the show.
I'll think of that.
Yeah. Maybe.
I know what Christian does. He goes, oh, so that's what a hurdle looks like.
Yeah.
He has to get acquainted with the hurdles every time.
So do you have a pre-race routine that you go through?
If it's like a relay, I make sure I get in the right spot and I think about where I'm gonna start, and I'll wish the runners
That's
around me
good.
good luck until we start.
So in the relay, are you first? You're what leg are you in the relay?
I'm last leg or the anchor.
Okay. And they put you there because why?
Mm.
You have no clue.
You don't
You
ask
just-
questions, do you?
I
They
didn't-
just said you're going to be here when he hands off go.
Yep.
Okay.
Like he's probably one of my fast sprinters. So if we're a little behind, like at the what was it, the 100 that you did?
It was
That
the
you caught?
200.
Okay, the 200. Like he caught up, and it was pretty amazing to watch him around the track. So
Y'all ever false started
No.
in a race?
No.
Y'all
Yeah,
never false
that's
started
okay.
before.
at practice they kind of do, and I'm like, oh, get back, let's do this again. But in a race,
That's the coach's fault, right? Did she have to say go yet?
So
Or you're waiting for her to say ready, set, go, and then she changes the cadence. Ready, set.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
I
what
do
it
do
does.
Your edge,
That's
you trying to.
Do you use blocks in middle school?
we don't. None of the kids. We
Even
have
in the
a s-
meets? The meets don't use blocks?
I don't.
Some people do, like
They
from other
can.
schools. Like you can,
Like
but
Liberty
like
Creek?
we
Okay.
don't.
Okay.
I
But
bet
choose
Liberty
not
Creek
to.
has blocks,
I
don't
feel like
they?
it's harder.
I'm pretty sure
Really?
a guy from West uses blocks.
Yeah, because he was messing around with them.
That's interesting.
I know at high school, I think you have to use. Do you have to use blocks in high
Oh.
school? You don't have to.
I don't think you
I know
did
on the
because we
sprints-
didn't have any for a while. I
Okay.
thought.
I don't know. I've never did go watch track and field till the other day. So, I mean, I know when they used to practice, we used to be on the football field. They would sit there and practice. They would have blocks, everything.
That's bad. We've had this conversation with the high school. You would think
Yeah.
I could remember the answer.
Yeah. I don't remember either.
What's the most nervous you ever been before a race? Where was it and why was you so nervous?
Probably my first time at the Liberty Creek place because it was so big and I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And they would call something and then they call another thing that I was also in and I didn't know what we were doing. And it had me so confused. I was like,
Did you get to where you needed to go?
yes.
Okay.
I was always scared I was gonna miss something.
I
Like they'll
mean,
do the first call, second call.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
that if he's in one sprint and they've
got a second
first
call.
call,
First
yeah.
call on this one here.
so he was like, what am I
Last
supposed
call
to do?
here,
I'm like,
yeah.
you do this race first, and then you go back and you get your stuff that you need for this one.
Wait,
So
didn't Ezra miss an event at Liberty Creek? Was
Yep.
it like the 800 that he missed?
He missed it.
and it wasn't
Did-
because
didn't
he
get there
was
in time?
confused. It's because
He was
talking,
sitting down, twiddling his
talking.
thumbs.
I was like, Ezra, what are you doing? What? I'm like, the 800 just started. Oh.
That's Ezra.
Oh, my bad.
What is what's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you during a meet?
Well, Ezra knows his.
You have one.
Do I?
When
Remember when you?
you just didn't run your
Oh.
Yes. We had a relay and
The
he was in
guy
the,
pointed me out in the wrong spot.
yeah, he was in the wrong spot. So my third leg was like running and was
Double.
like, "Where's Christian?"
Oh,
He didn't
got
know.
it,
So
got
instead
it.
of running 100,
He ran
Yeah.
200.
he ran 200.
Okay.
Which-
Okay.
Well, at least he kept on running.
That's what I told him. I was like, "You had good thinking. Like you didn't stop and been like, what am I supposed to do?" You just kept on. So that was kind of
What caused that? Oh, because
They called it, and then they were like, fourth leg, go. And I was like, he said something I didn't hear, and I was like, "Hey, where do fourth legs go?" And he pointed me to the third leg. So I
Okay,
said, "Okay." I went over there because that's where I just went for the 200,
okay.
and there was already somebody there, and I thought, "Oh, I get in their spot when they leave," and they left, and everybody left.
It was like,
I just walked with the people that just ran.
Well, that makes, I can see that. That's-
yeah, it's a confusion
Yeah.
thing, but it was all good. It was fine, but I was just like, what happened?
Wait, who were the people that dropped the baton the other day? Was that us or someone else?
Who dropped one?
I swear there was someone that dropped a baton
It was
during a relay.
West had a bad handoff, but they didn't drop it.
Yeah.
But if you do drop one, basically, it's
They
not
have
like
to
a
go back, pick it up,
disqualification.
and
You just gotta go
run.
back and
Just
pick it up.
and,
So you just lose time.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So. But no, I don't think that we've dropped one in
Me.
Not in
I
the
think it was
meets.
West.
yeah, I think it was too.
I think you're right. We're gonna say it was there.
Yeah.
Have you ever fallen during a race?
Mm.
No, but I haven't practiced.
I know that there was a girl that fell during a race at Liberty Creek. That she was doing hurdles, and
Oh.
she tripped over the hurdle and splatted on the ground. Didn't
Gotcha.
she fall
Splatted.
twice?
I was
Like
watching,
she got up from the last hurdle, did another hurdle, and fell again.
I was watching a race
I
at
was
Liberty
laughing.
Creek last year, and it was like a girls' race, and it was the girl right in front. She was about to get first, right next to the finish line. She fell. She got like middle to last.
Really?
And the same meet, I was running hurdles, and the guy in front fell on his last hurdle and got last.
Yeah. So that would be my fear.
Yeah.
Because you're in front of everybody when you
Yeah.
fall, especially with hurdles. So they're all just looking at you.
And the middle school hurdles, I'm assuming they're the same height as the high school. I mean, it's no.
It's
no
close.
Oh,
difference.
really?
It's
I
close.
wouldn't think they would be that.
They're that well. There's a little bit of difference in it, but not.
I said I would think
lot.
that the boys hurdles, I wouldn't
Yeah.
think it'd be as tall as for middle school.
Yeah.
Because you
I
barely
know
got
the
high school.
distance between the boys and girls is different, but the height wise,
I
is
think
a
they're
little
the
bit
same.
different. For high school, middle school.
Oh no, those are different. I
Yeah,
thought you
those
meant
are
the
different.
boys and girls.
Oh no.
Oh, so you said the difference between the hurdles in the boys and the girls is so there's more hurdles for the boy? I mean,
Well,
for
it's
the
a.
girls or?
Is it a bigger or shorter distance for
You've
boys?
got like 100-meter hurdle for the girls and it's like 110
110
for
for
the
the
boys.
boys.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, they
gotcha.
stretch out a little bit
Okay.
for the boys. So
I didn't know that until Tuesday.
Yeah.
So.
yeah, so it's a little bit different. They
I
just
didn't know that until I read my my events. I was like, what do you mean 110?
yeah.
If you had to race a teacher, who would it be?
Oh,
What teacher are you racing?
Briggs.
Miss
Oh, Miss
Briggs.
Briggs.
And why is that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Think you could beat her?
Do you have her in for a
Yes.
class or something?
Yeah, I have her for my math, 5th and 6th grade.
You just want to beat her to sit there and go, there you go.
I want to do something
Either-
I'm good at.
think Mr. Coker or Miss Buchanan.
Okay.
And why those two?
Mr. Coker he does not seem like the type to run. I have never seen him run before.
You're
ever.
picking on people like me. You probably would choose me if you knew me.
And Miss Buchanan, I've also never seen her run. All my other teachers, though.
Does she look like she could run?
No.
Is she old? She ain't listening to this. Ain't nobody gonna hear this. Only your mom and dad and grandparents are listening to this right now.
Yes.
Is she old?
Yeah. Well, she is probably my oldest teacher.
How old do you think she is?
He's like, oh.
She got white hair,
Yeah.
does she? Man, I bet
So
she's
like
ancient.
like 60 through 70.
You
Wow.
want to race her? You want to?
Yes,
You
I
wanna
would
race
win.
her?
Actually,
How old are we? We got gray hair.
or I'd race you just so I could actually have a bit of a competitive.
You think that
A
we
bit.
might?
A bit.
A
bit.
bit.
Okay, we might have to do that,
I like that.
Caroline.
Yes.
Yes.
How far
After
are
you
we
and
running?
Christian
How
get
far are we
done,
running?
I mean,
That's the
immediately
question.
after you and Christian get done, then it's.
Oh, we got
That's
we
better.
can go right here. Matter of fact, we'll take the iPad. We'll go out there and we'll
Just go
film
out
it.
there
Yeah.
and
Well, I'll just splice it in. So
We going?
Monday, Tuesday, we can sit there and we can
Yeah.
watch it on YouTube.
We going? Right now?
Oh.
No,
We got
not.
Crocs on.
Oliver,
Just
what
put
about
him in
you?
sports bar.
Kick my car.
Probably Miss Lambert because I've seen her at the track meets before.
She has been at
Oh yeah, I
a
saw
few of
that.
the track meets.
Yeah, you in Miss Lambert's class for 8th period, aren't you?
So what event are we running? We're doing 100 meters when we race these teachers, or we're doing hurdles? We're gonna make the teachers
We're
jump on
doing
the
the
hurdles.
mile.
You want to do the mile?
Yeah, we're
I
doing the
have
mile.
encouraged the kids to sign up for the Strawberry Stride because
There you
Oh,
go.
that's a good
I
idea.
think
Yeah.
a lot of them like the long distance, like Caroline and even Christian, and I know Oliver probably could do it too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Me and Ezra are gonna do it.
You and Ezra, yeah.
I
So
don't
I've
think-
told them to sign up for that, kind of get a feel of it. It's a 5K.
I don't think he really likes long distance. When you said that, he was like,
I don't
No,
know.
I didn't even know what it was.
You said you do a 5K if they break it down into 3 days, right?
Probably.
I'd run it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Who's the funniest on the team?
It's probably Ezra.
Ezra.
No. No.
He tries to be funny.
Yeah, he tries. He definitely tries. I don't know.
Probably like Kason or Cam.
They joking all the time.
Mhm.
Are they ever serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I can't
Jason.
say anything because those are like my boyfriend's like best friends. So if I say that, I would be in trouble.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Probably like funniest, probably like Amanda or Erica. No, Promise McMurray. There we go. Or should I say McMurtry?
That's what I'm trying to
Oh,
do.
man, she's just throwing out full names.
Yes,
That's what it is.
she is the
Eileen
fun.
Weber as well.
Yes.
Who would be the one person out during the race start laughing?
Promise.
Probably.
Really?
Cam
Yeah.
started laughing in the middle of a relay once because he was on the wrong lane. It was like 5 lanes over.
Oh.
That's all. I'm just
5
laughing.
lanes.
He was trying to
Ah,
pass.
well,
He was trying to pass me, and I said, "Merge." He stayed in 9th lane. I'm in 3rd.
That
Yeah, I forgot about that.
would have been fun to see.
Yeah.
what is your goal this year? What was your goal at the beginning of the year? And with you only got a couple races left, right?
Just the championship.
Okay.
And then if any of
So,
them make district.
Did you have a goal to start the year? And if so, have you achieved it already? Or if not, what is it?
I had 2
What were they?
to make the team and get a faster mile time.
Have you done both already?
Yep.
So now you're happy? You gonna set another goal? You got 1 race left. You got another goal set, or you just gonna stay? Hey, I did my 2. I'm good.
Get an even faster mile time.
There you go. How about you, Oliver?
My goal was to just get like top 4 in the 100-meter dash,
Mhm.
which my best is 6th. So
Mm.
like
So you got 1 more race to try to get that.
1 more race.
What about you, Christian?
I'll be rooting for you.
Make the team and get into a hurdles meet, like do hurdles at a
Yeah,
meet.
yeah.
Which I did both.
Okay. What's your goal? Y'all gonna sit there and do track next year, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
What's your goal going into next year? Probably.
You better be.
Please do. We need you.
So you have a goal for next year?
Uh,
Is it just personal best, trying to achieve personal best, or maybe doing another event, or maybe make y'all have all county? You all got superlatives at the end and all that.
Maybe try a field event. I don't know. Maybe.
What would be the field event?
You're not
Long
signing your
jump,
name down. You're just
Long jump. That'd be the only one I would be able to do.
maybe a letter of
That's
intent.
what I was gonna say.
And the only reason I might not is I don't want to get sand in my hair.
I
I
heard that
don't
a
feel.
lot.
I wouldn't feel like washing my hair. So.
I was gonna say the same thing except for the sand part.
Didn't
Yeah,
think
sure,
about
you're
that part of it.
fine.
Why the long jump for you, Christian?
I just like to do it.
Yeah, and everything else is heavy. Like everything else, the only other 2 are like discus and shot put. Who wants to do that?
Long jump is short and quick. And I think it's pretty fun to do.
Yeah, you can ask my dad. I've been training for long jump for a while.
Where you training at?
Probably high school.
You gotta tell the story now. You done put it out there. We're gonna make you tell a story.
Do they,
When I
don't
was-
they, don't
when
they have
I-
a sand pit for the
when
long
I,
jump?
no,
Okay.
when I was younger, I would always like just stand there and do a big jump.
Oh, that's your long jump.
There's your
There you
superpower.
go.
Yep.
Oliver,
Yeah, that's my superpower.
what about you? Looking to do anything different?
Probably not. I mean, I think long jump would be cool, but probably just the same stuff.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Get better at what you're doing. What would you tell someone if someone's thinking about coming out to track? What would you say to them to try to get them to come out to track?
See, you always did so good in field day in elementary school. It's basically the same thing.
There you go.
Wow. Practiced on that one.
I'm telling you. Oliver, what would you tell somebody that's thinking about coming out to track and you're going to try to persuade them to do it?
I'd probably just tell them it's not as hard as they think, because my friends are always like, oh, track is too much running, I can't do that, but it's just not what it seems, you know.
Christian?
I wouldn't first use it. I'd probably just say if you want to go
You
ahead.
wouldn't tell them, don't
If you make
come
the
out.
team, sure. Maybe I'll show you how to jump.
What advice would y'all give new runners, people who just got on the track, never ran before? What advice would y'all give with your experience that you've had already?
Don't try to sprint the mile.
Put one
Don't
leg-
try to sprint 2 laps, actually.
Probably just train mentally too, not just physically.
And how would you do that? How would you tell them to train mentally?
Technique and breathing.
And we talked a lot about that in the beginning, about controlling your breathing, get a rhythm in your breathing. Like anytime that I would run marathons or half marathons, it was a breathing technique. And running it's mental. Like if you tell yourself you can't do it, and that's what I've told these kids, like if you say I can't do this, you're not gonna do it. It's a mental game.
That's a good point.
Physically your body can handle it. It's mentally that you've got to train your brain to. So we talked a lot about that in the beginning about, like getting a rhythm. Like my rhythm of breathing, and I've told them was, you breathe in, out, in, out.
Oh, really?
So when I'm running long distance or even an 800, like keep that rhythm in your head and just kind of remind yourself, control this breathing. So it's, like an in and out
right,
kind of
yeah.
technique. That's what I always
Yeah.
did. So I
Nice.
kind of pass that on to them. Like
Yeah,
this
that's
is,
what I do now.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what other breathing to do, so
Yeah.
just like do
So,
what my coach tells
But if
me.
you're just like, breathing heavy and you're out of control, you're
Exactly.
gonna. So
Exactly.
yeah, we talked a lot about that at the beginning about controlling your breathing.
Yeah,
So
I would always
it's
breathe
huge.
like through my mouth,
Yeah.
and then I'd get like a ton of cramps just
Yeah.
like in my
Yes.
side while I was running, and it sucked.
I tried that, like
Yeah.
the in and out, and then I realized if I just barely breathe through my mouth,
Yeah.
barely, then it makes me get through the race.
Yeah, and it's not like a, a deep in and out, but
Yeah.
it's find your rhythm, find what works for you, and keep that and repeat that in your head as you're finishing whatever it is you're doing.
I can tell you that
Helps.
everybody who's listening, because I'm over here trying to breathe now as y'all talk.
Yeah.
I'm over here going,
Yep.
Yeah,
but I couldn't
like-
do that. I'm already out of breath.
Yeah, like-
So
out. I don't know. You just find your own rhythm and you stick with it, and it does help you get through. So
Oliver, you have one word to describe this track team. What would you use?
Probably just like improvement, because I always see people not do too good, and then like a week or two later they do really good, and I like to see how far they've come.
That's good.
Caroline?
This is a good question.
We can come back to you, let you
No.
think about it. I already let Oliver go first to give you a little bit of time.
Mm.
I figure you just pop off with something real quick.
Yeah, probably improvement, like the same as him.
So it's the
Because-
exact same thing.
Yeah, because like really nothing else.
Nothing else?
That's fair.
The first thing that came to my mind was Portland, and the second thing was purple. So.
What's one word? We'll let you go first on this one, Caroline.
Oh no.
One word to describe your coach.
amazing.
There you go. Christian.
Persistent.
Persistent. Oliver.
Great.
Oh, y'all get extras.
Yeah.
Y'all get
All right.
extra.
You'll get extra heels.
Yeah, you
Here-
get
here-
extra
here we
hills
go.
for that.
What's a funny story? You got to tell a story on your coach. Something that happened in practice or something you know about.
Oh,
Oh.
so.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
I knew that was coming.
You know exactly what I'm about to say. So for some reason, us girls were having a party in the locker room. So
A
and-
dance party.
Yes, and then
For
all of
some
it-
reason,
yeah,
did
and
you
then,
participate?
yes,
You don't know what the reason was then?
nope.
You just
And
started
then
dancing?
Coach walked in,
Yep. I
and
did.
then we had to stop the dance party.
Well, I turned the light on. I was like, "What are y'all doing?" They were like acting crazy, so it was fun.
Y'all got a funny story, Christian or Oliver, about
Does
coach?
it have to be from this year?
No.
What, did you say about coach?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
You wanna have one back?
Extra hills, Oliver, if you say something.
What was the story gonna be?
I was gonna tell a story about this kid named Chrism from last year,
Mhm.
which the first time that we went to the high school to practice on their track, he tried to do hurdles.
After I told him
And-
not to.
And on like his first hurdle, he tripped over the hurdle when he was jumping, and he like messed up his hands really bad, and he couldn't run the rest of the time.
Oh gosh. Not listening.
Not listening.
So this year,
Looks so easy.
me and Ezra were sliding water bottles across the gym, like across the floor,
Oh,
and he threw it left, and it slid right underneath the bleachers. So he didn't have water for the rest of the day.
Mm. So no replacement.
No.
No,
Water
Whose water was it?
Ezra's.
It
It was his? Okay. As long as it wasn't yours.
I didn't have one.
if y'all asked us who the craziest person on the team was, it would be Ezra.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone would.
Let's
agree
do
on
that. Who's craziest on the team?
Ezra.
Oh, there you go. So, about to the end. We're gonna let y'all go here in a couple minutes. Everything. Y'all have done great so far. Favorite subject in school? We'll start with you, Oliver.
Math.
Why?
I don't know. It's just always been easy.
Who
Because
you-
like you have a formula, and then you just put in the numbers, and
Who do you have as your math teacher?
Miss Lambert.
Caroline?
Math.
Why?
It's the easiest thing in the whole world. Because math is a specific answer. Like that same with science. That's
Thank
why I
you.
also like science. It's because it's a specific answer.
Mm.
ELA, my least favorite subject, on the other hand, it can be like, what best represents it? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. They kind of all represent it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, and
I was never good at that either.
yeah.
I would read a book all night or a chapter all night, come into class next day, and I was fully prepared. And then they start talking about it, and I thought, I guess I picked up the wrong book.
It's not
I'm
the
like,
same thing.
that was not my opinion at all. I'm with you.
I greatly disagree with the math statement. History is my favorite. It's fun to learn about like stuff I didn't know before and how
Yeah.
we came to be what we are. And also I feel like it's easier because all I have to remember is like this name did this. This name did this. And who conquered who.
Yeah. The
Who do you
facts.
have as your history teacher?
I have Miss Stein.
What are y'all learning right now?
We're learning the exploration of the New World.
Yeah.
So like how Christopher Columbus and all those went to the Americas and
Mhm.
Canada and all that.
Caroline, who's your math teacher? We never did say that.
Miss Bunton.
What are y'all learning there?
Right, we were just doing a review for TCAT, but the last thing we did was data and statistics.
Okay. Did you like that?
Yeah.
Kyle likes that too.
The worst thing about math is fractions. If fractions and decimals didn't exist, math would be amazing. It'd be even better.
Just get ready for next
I don't know
year.
about that. Wait till you get.
Pi.
Oh, 3, 4, 1, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Coach, what was your favorite subject in school?
I liked history. I still like history.
Do you have a favorite era?
I would say not really. Like just any kind of like wars that America have been in. Like I find all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff fascinating. You know.
Oliver, what's your favorite food?
Probably teriyaki salmon.
Salmon.
Oh.
And how did you get to that?
My mom just picked it up one day and she's like, "Hey, try this," and it's really good.
Okay. The reason I asked that is because that's one that I think that's the first one. I think we had a couple episodes ago. We had somebody that said fish. The cheerleader sat there and said sushi. That there's not a good sushi place at all, unless you go to Nashville. But I don't believe is what she said. But yeah, salmon is the one that never been done. Caroline,
Dessert or like actual food?
it's whatever.
Um,
It's all the same to me.
Actual food, probably like chicken wings or a chicken leg. Chicken leg from Popeyes, though.
With a bone in it.
Yes. And
That's
bone-in
that's
chicken
amazing.
wings,
Sorry to
too.
interrupt you, but that's amazing because normally kids, I can tell you my kids, and they're 28 and 30. My daughter would not eat nothing with a bone in it, and she still won't. So to sit there and have someone say that they would eat something with a bone in it is just wow.
Daddy.
So. Your dad won't eat nothing with a bone in it?
My dad will not eat anything with a bone in it. But yeah, dessert wise, Colombian coffee ice cream.
Colombian coffee. That's another
Didn't see
first
that one
right there. Yeah.
It's amazing.
I like fresh, catch, cut, clean fish.
Okay.
You didn't have to finish the sentence. I knew where he was going.
Yep.
Do you like to go fishing?
Yes, sir.
Are you looking to maybe join the fishing team when you get to the high school?
Probably not.
Why not?
If I'm gonna do a bunch of these stuff, then I don't want to get involved in everything.
Well, I understand that. But if you like to fish, that'd be something I think would.
Certain kind of fish that you like better than, but it don't matter.
Probably mullet.
Really?
That and flounder.
Okay. Coach, what's your favorite food?
I like sushi. It's probably my favorite. And I don't know if anybody's been to the Tokyo Express in Franklin. They opened it up. They have amazing sushi. So yeah. And I like Mexican.
Wait, I passed that Tokyo Express place on my way to basketball practice.
I have a new restaurant now,
I
but we went there the other night and that was.
So, Oliver, what's your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant.
Mom and Dad sit there and say, "We're going to take you wherever you want to go, and you're going to have this is where we're going." What would it be?
I don't remember the name of it, but it's some Italian place in
Henderson.
in Jackson.
Oh, really?
Do you know the name of it?
It is Old Town Spaghetti Store.
Okay.
Old Town
So what-
Spaghetti.
What's your go-to meal there? Spaghetti, or do you get something else?
The chicken parmesan.
Okay. And what makes it so good?
I don't know the cooks.
Oh my God! There it is. Wow. Okay. That's great. You don't even get this stuff from the high school kids. Caroline, what's your favorite restaurant?
Thinner fajitas.
Single
Okay.
Link.
And what is your go-to meal?
Okay, so it's kind of complicated. So
Imagine
kids burrito, no red sauce, add cheese sauce with beans and rice on the side, also covered with cheese sauce, which is an extra side of rice covered with cheese sauce.
A lot of
that.
cheese.
Okay, so if they ever say they're out of cheese, we're in trouble.
You're
Yeah,
going
leaving.
You're up and out.
So in the kids' burrito, what's inside the burrito? What protein you got
Beef
inside the
and
burrito?
cheese.
Huh? Just
Beef
beef?
and cheese.
Okay.
Beef, meat, and cheese, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll have to ask him on that.
Huh?
My dad over there, he knows what I ordered. I don't.
Christian, what's your favorite restaurant?
Probably Dos Margaritas.
Okay.
I get a chicken quesadilla. I've been there for a while. They know when I like me and the people that go in. They know us. Like
Oh.
we've been there so
You
much.
just say the usual.
Yeah.
Make it. Is that where you go?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, I used to go there.
That's what
Los Doritos is where. Is where I've been
you
hanging
used
out.
to with those. Okay.
And then Los Jalapenos in White House. Favorite music? Oh, I'm sorry. Favorite restaurant? You gonna go to Tokyo Express?
I do like that, but I like if I'm gonna do like American food, Texas Roadhouse, or
Yeah.
even Rock and Roll Sushi in Hendersonville is really good too.
What you getting from the Texas Roadhouse?
I usually get the salmon with a like a salad, the cranberry salad
Yeah.
or whatever, and put the salmon on top of it. That's my go-to. That's good.
Oliver, what's your favorite music?
If I had to pick one song, it'd probably be "Experience" by Ludovici and Adi.
Okay. You gonna look that one up? You know how to spell that one?
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Go ahead. Well, don't wait on me.
It's gonna take a minute.
Caroline, what's your favorite music?
Type or like song?
Either one. Let's go with type, and then what song?
Probably like.
Well, you can't be looking at your dad. He doesn't know what your favorite thing is. You got,
No, I'm afraid he's gonna judge me.
he gonna judge you? He's got 30 more
Wow.
years to judge you on your decisions.
Probably like rap or like rock music, one of the two.
Okay.
And then
You have a favorite band then?
my favorite band from rock music was I Prevail, but they like deassembled basically. So now it's probably like Falling in Reverse.
Okay.
And my favorite song in rock is probably we'll skip that one. And
Okay.
then in rap, my favorite artist is probably Eminem, and my favorite song is Godzilla.
Okay.
Wow.
Christian?
Yeah, rock and hip hop,
Okay.
which is basically rap. I like for rock probably Lincoln.
Lincoln Park?
Yeah, Lincoln. Sorry, I was drawing a blank. Lincoln Park. And yeah, she stole my answer again. Eminem. for
Eminem?
Rap.
Yeah.
Been around forever.
Coach?
I listen to everything, anything from old rock, old rap, old, all kinds of old music, old country music, Christian music. I really just have to be in a mood for something.
Here you go. Fallen in Reverse, an American post-hardcore band. Does that sound right? I don't even know what that means.
Oliver, you ready?
What's the one?
You gonna sing it for us?
Are you gonna say it for
Oh.
I'll rap God or Godzilla for y'all or something.
Wow.
Well, guys, you did it. You made it through. Made it through an hour. Very good. I done heard that right there. I have to have you do a little bit right there, and we'll post it and let you do a little. That's pretty good.
Fuck you, small boy.
There you go.
Now your dad may be judging you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he's red as can be now. I can
He's
tell you
like,
that.
That was what
That was
probably
awesome.
that was my goal for here was to make him embarrassed.
But to embarrass your dad?
Yep.
Is that what your goal?
That was
I
awesome.
think did I do it? Yes.
Well, guys, we do appreciate y'all coming
Yeah,
in,
y'all did good.
taking your Saturday morning out. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did you say?
I said y'all did good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I mean, I do it all the time, but we do appreciate y'all coming in this Saturday morning and everything, and coming in and talking about what y'all have done this year. It was good meeting y'all. Hopefully, we'll have you back next year and for the next several years that we're here interviewing y'all for what you've done in middle school and high school and everything. If you need any help with promoting anything, let us know. We'll post it on our Facebook page and stuff like that. But again, we want to thank East Middle School Track. You got Coach Baird, you got Oliver, you got Caroline, you got Christian. Great job, guys. You come in, got comfortable, work quick, and everything. We're going to take a small break, and when we come back, we're going to recap all the sports that's happened at the high school this past week, and then what's coming up this week coming up, and when I can't even talk. Y'all got me stuttering. People call it rapping, but I stutter. But what we got coming up, broadcasting wise, for this week coming up and everything, so everybody can follow and listen in and everything. But again, you're listening to Sports Saturday Off the Rails here on the Portland Sports Network.
Come on, man.
First to change. Welcome back, Panther fans. Playing musical chairs here. So, again, great job. I love bringing kids in. You're going, man, this is going to be tough. They don't want to talk. And then they'll just sprout. And then you can't keep them quiet.
Oh, I love it. It's every week. It's like they just got out of bed, and they're nervous, and I know what they're thinking. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to sit here. And then it usually takes, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they forget.
Well, that's we want to make them comfortable.
And that they're just here. It's fun. I love hearing the funny stuff.
Yeah. But had a busy week this past week for the broadcasting for PSN. Had a busy weekend and schedule-wise, too. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff coming up. I know we have some broadcasts going on this week. I know the cheerleaders, PHS cheerleaders, just announced the new cheerleaders. They just named those. I think it was yesterday. I posted that on the Facebook. You can see who made the team there. PYFL, they have uniform fitting over at Richland Park today. It'll be the first time to go and get fitted for, especially the cheerleaders, get fitted for uniforms there. I know middle school girls soccer, they've got something going on that I posted. It might be a couple weeks from now, but I posted I think about their camp that they got going on. If there's anything else that y'all want us to put out there for youth sports or for anything, let us know. You can message us on Messenger from the Sports Saturday Facebook page, or if you know my number, whatever, you can contact me or get a hold of me somehow, and we'll post it and everything. But on this past week, I know we had broadcasting-wise, we broadcasted softball on Monday, track and field on Tuesday, baseball on Wednesday, softball again on Thursday, and then had nothing last night. And then today we had our podcast. And
You're a busy person.
I did make all 4 of those events. But it's fun. It's fun to be able to go. And like I said, that's the first track meet I actually got to go and watch for in a long, long time. And I think we can do it better. And me and Coach Thayer were talking. I think what we're going to do is, because our equipment is mobile now, we can put it in a wagon. I think we're just going to walk around with the headsets on and walk around everywhere.
Were y'all up in a booth? Or
So no, we just sat in the stands.
In the stands?
Yeah, because he went to Liberty Creek and had to make a detour there to come over to Station Camp.
So I wasn't going to bring that up again. But it was at Station Camp.
It was at Station Camp. And it was Tuesday and Thursday. And Tuesday was JV races with a couple of varsity races and the field events. And then Thursday was your varsity, the events that everybody wants to go, the 100 meters, the hurdles, and all that stuff. That was all Thursday. But we sat in the stands and kind of, the shot put and discus was behind us. We couldn't see that. But we could see the high jump. We could see the pole vault, and that's where I knew Alex Neinslonger turned his ankle there on the pole vault. I knew when that happened because I saw it. Long jump was over here, and the triple jump was over here to our left, so we could see that. And then the sprints were on across the field, was the 100 and everything, and then we got to see the distance and everything. And so I think next time, like Coach Thayer said, we can put everything in a wagon per se,
right,
and get on the field, and we can actually go to the pole vault or go to the long jump or the triple jump and everything, or go to the end of the sprints and everything, and get to see all that and everything. So you live and learn.
The generator and all that.
Yeah,
so
we got the little power pack that we can plug into. So that it makes us mobile to where you don't have to be 100-foot extension cord. And
talking about the track and field, it's a good article in Main Street Preps there about that. So this is the first. That's a new track. Arena.
Yes.
Arena, is that the word?
Well, the track at Station Camp is brand new. They put it in, I think, last year. And they did the same thing. So this was the first time, of course, that they've held the championships. Yep, it was at Liberty Creek.
It's always been at Liberty Creek and Harrisonville.
Yep.
However they wanted to do that. So that being said, Gallatin is in the midst of building track 4 meets. I think they've got a deadline, I believe, to have it done before next season starts. Beach is finalizing their upcoming. They're going to put a multi-million-dollar thing behind the football stadium, a new track area.
Would be over there, I guess, where their practice field.
I
I mean,
think
you
so.
can practice where their field's at now because they're
Mhm.
turf. They're artificial. You know,
So it makes you wonder, when will that be able to come up to the Portland area? Because you heard
Everybody,
West,
yeah.
East, high school on a non-track field trying to practice and get things done. So you got to kind of wonder, is that the next step for Portland athletics, is to try to get
I think you'll start seeing things like that trickle to Portland, because the other thing that you're going to sit there and be trying to sell is, with 65 opening up the way it is, I think Portland is going to be kind of like what Franklin and Mount Juliet got to garner, because everybody don't want to live in Nashville, but they want to be within 30 minutes. And I've said this with football too. We're 30 minutes from Nashville. You can hop off the interstate. We're right here, and you can live here, and then you can jump on the interstate and go, and you're 30 minutes from Nashville. Not a bad drive once they get the construction done. And you can't sell houses if you don't have other things to show and to sparkle for you. And you can't say, go, hey, this is our school, and here's the 50-year-old track that has grass growing up between the lanes, you know. And so I think that will be something that comes toward us also. It'll just be a year or two probably. Because you got to think about Westmoreland too. And then what hurts Westmoreland is they're landlocked, I guess you could say, to where we've got the interstate right here. They're landlocked, and there's not an easy way to get to Westmoreland, you know. So they'll be last probably if they wanted to have something like that. But yeah, with all the schools and everything in the southern counties getting to do what they, getting the benefits of this and that, I think we'll eventually get it too. Because you can't sit there and allow everybody else to have new tracks and to practice and everything, and we're still having to either travel to station camp, because we have to travel to station camp if we want to try to practice pole vaulting. And you have to, and just like East, East needs something to where they can practice on, and it needs to be a facility to where it has access for East and West and for the high school to all use, to be able to use, in my opinion, or build something over here to where they can have something to work with.
The station camp track and field coach had a good statement, because they was interviewing him about station camp finally having a home facility and talking about the advantage of that. And he just said it's the equivalent of asking a baseball team to practice baseball in the parking lot every day and then go play on a true diamond.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the same. Or asking a basketball team to practice outside on a 9-foot rim and then having to go. And when you think about it, that's exactly what these kids are having to deal with, doing what they can do here. And it's just like Christian said, he has no opportunity to use the hurdles until he actually goes to a meet.
And that's just wild. Like I said, it's just, I mean,
talk about being nervous. I would definitely be nervous about that.
Because, like I said, you don't just run up to the hurdle and jump.
Right.
There is a technique, that you've got to do and everything. So, again, I think it's a sport that is, right now, that was always been in the back, and it's starting to slowly, come forward. And it just has to, there's some things that has to be done.
Well, and as Portland continues to grow, as now in the soccer arena, we're up to 3A because of that many students. As you continue to grow, not every kid is going to want to play football, basketball, or even baseball. So you've got all these extra sports now, and eventually, somehow you're going to have to fundraise and get the money and find the areas, and you're going to have to add, and it's coming. It may be in a 5-year plan, it may be in a 10-year plan, but it's coming in a site plan somewhere where you can start adding these facilities that we can have for all these other non-main revenue sports, I guess you'd say.
Wednesday we did baseball. You and Coach Thayer hosted the baseball. and got to see him with the win there. Thursday, me and Robert Gilman did softball again, and got to watch a great game Thursday night. Was behind 4-0 there and jumped out 9-4. Had a hot, big inning right there with the bats, and went 9-4, and then Station Camp came back and had 2 innings to where they got hot and ended up winning the game 15-9. And so it's just softball wise, like I was telling you this morning, it's just we've got the bats, we got the fielding. We need help with pitching. We've got some young pitchers, and we got right now some control issue. You can't fix it overnight. That's not something you just fix overnight. That's something you have to practice on. And it's not the season that they're wanting as you want to look at wins and losses. But I'm starting to see a lot of great play. Morgan Sells made several good plays at shortstop. Story Russell made a couple plays at third base. I was really impressed with. Addie McKelvey in left field is just, she can catch anything that comes to her, and you better not try to run her.
Really?
Because I've watched 3 games now, and out of those 3 games, I've watched her put 3 people out of home plate and 1 at third base.
Wow.
And so she's got a cannon, and like I said, you better make sure you time it up right. You're going to tag and go, and you better hope it's not. You better hope she's at the fence.
Mm.
That's the only chance you got. But the other players there, they're playing well. Like I said, it's just right now. It's just pitching right now is where we need to sit there and work and try to find pitchers. They played a JV game after the varsity, and I didn't get to stay and watch that. But I'd be kind of excited to see if we have some young ones pitching coming up behind that. And then so what we got going on. So this past week, baseball, who is now 11-14, they had 2 wins against Greenbrier. They're 3-3 in the district. I think they lost. They played a ton of games this week because they played Sycamore Thursday and lost, and then they ended up playing last night at Harpeth and ended up winning that game. But they went 2-2 this week. Had 2 wins versus Greenbrier. Or actually, I take that back. They should have been 3-1. 3-1.
That's my bad.
And with the Harpeth and the Greenbrier. But district-wise, they're 3-3, and they're behind Liberty Creek and White House. This coming week, they got Montgomery Central Monday at home. They got, and this is where that schedule's changed, Springfield, they got a home and home Tuesday and Wednesday. It was supposed to be Tuesday at Springfield, Wednesday at home, but they switched it, and so now Springfield will be at home Tuesday, and then they're going to Springfield Wednesday. We will be broadcasting that Tuesday night game now, and everything. And then Thursday they have home against West Creek. So they got 4 games this week. Talking about baseball.
Right. And it's going to be difficult for them. I mean, on paper you can, but in reality they won't be able to catch up to Liberty Creek for number 1. But you got Springfield, and then next week you'll have White House, and White House is just right now, I think, 1 game ahead of us. So still got that chance to get into second place and have that first round bye. Is that the correct term? For the
It depends on who you're talking to.
I know, yeah. I'm trying to make sure I say the right phrasing.
You're talking to Coach Thayer. Depends on what you want to say.
Yeah, it is a bye. Yeah. So yeah, got to beat Springfield, of course, but then you got a chance next week against White House to get that number 2 seed.
Softball, they went, I think they played 3 games this week. I think they went 0-3. I believe they are 1-18 or 1-19 right now for the season. But like I said, it's not, we're close. We're really close. We're in games. It's just too many walks to put things on the bases. And when people do hit, and they do make base hits and stuff like that, those walks is what hurts us and everything. So, but this week they will be, they've got Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. They got Monday, Bowling Green will be broadcasting that game. Tuesday's at Liberty Creek. I'm sure they'll see West as the pitcher that is came to glory there last year, pitching a no-hitter for the state championship game. And then we watched her all year in basketball, dominate on the inside there. And then Thursday they play Springfield at home. So they got Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 2 home games, Monday, Thursday, and then away at Liberty Creek on Tuesday. So the Portland Sports Complex over there will be busy with baseball and softball going on. 2 home games for softball and 3 home games for baseball as of right now. So our broadcast will be Monday softball. You and Coach Thayer will have that with me doing the board. Tuesday will be baseball. You and Coach Thayer have that with me doing the sounds. And then Thursday for us is flag football. And I can tell you, it'll be here at the stadium if somebody wants to come out and watch the flag football. And that should be 3 games is what happens with that. And I want to say was it Mount Juliet and somebody else maybe Thursday. Do you have it on here? Oh, look at that. Yeah. So Tuesday, flag football plays at East Robb. And then Thursday, they play Station Camp in Hendersonville here. And you're sitting there going, well, that's not too bad. It just depends on how much time they want to play. And it seems like everybody's kind of running their own. So
What do you mean?
the rule book is you're supposed to play 2 20-minute halves
Oh, okay.
or 4 10-minute quarters.
Oh,
Against Beach the other night, we played 4 12-minute quarters.
12-minute quarter.
Yeah, because that's what the coaches decided on.
Maybe they didn't know how to run the school.
And what's funny was you've got SEC official Tom Ritter, white hat for the SEC, who actually was a white hat for the Portland Liberty Creek football game last year.
Oh, really?
He was a sideline judge. He was a black hat.
Really?
Extra money there, I guess. So it's funny that you would have an SEC official, a head official, doing flag football, girls flag football, and everything. But it's kind of cool too.
Talking to some people I know that's got kids now that have started flag football in surrounding areas, says they're kind of having trouble following the rules that are actually in the book.
That's what I
Or
was
the
getting at.
referees officiating what's actually in the book.
So the rush, you're supposed to be 5 yards. If you're going to rush quarterback, you're supposed to be 5 yards from the ball. This year they decided to go 1. I think next year they're going to go 5. I think they're trying to implement everything and go, hey, let's just.
But from what I'm hearing, it's not even 1. They're
They're right on the ball.
right up on the
yes,
ball,
they are.
and
They
they're
are.
just allowing it.
Yep, they're coming free. And so that's what's just crazy. You haven't seen a flag football yet, have you, this year?
Not this year.
Okay. You got anything going on Thursday?
We'll see.
Okay. So, I think me and Robert Gillen will do that game there. You want to come out and watch it?
Yeah, I should. It'd be right out here at the field, right?
Yeah, it's right here.
That's what we do.
So we'll be in the booth. We'll be in our booth up there. And but that's the thing. We went to Gallatin. Me and Coach Thayer went to Gallatin, and they had one game. It was Gallatin, Portland. And me and Robert came here last week and did Beach and Wilson Central, and with the 12-minute quarters and all that, it was like the first game took just a little over an hour, and then our game with Beach took like an hour and a half. And then you have the game right behind it with Wilson Central.
Really?
And that halftime, they went from 12-minute quarters to 8-minute quarters when they clocked, because that's what the coaches decided at halftime. And I mean, got here at 5 and didn't
That's
leave
just
till
weird that you can just make
didn't leave
all
till like
the changes.
9:30. So it was later than it was like okay, well, so but yeah, flag football you got coming in. Like I said, they've made a big improvement from the time I watched them in Gallatin to the time I watched them play Beach. Defensive, they did improvement. Offensive, they did better and everything. They were still trying to look for a quarterback. I think they found that. And what's crazy is, I don't know when there is a good time for flag football, because you don't want it. I don't know. Fall might be the place to have it and have the games. You got Tuesdays and Fridays. The fields are taken, so maybe have it on in Mondays because of junior varsity, and then some people have freshmen on Thursdays. So you got Wednesdays. It's about the only time you can play a game. The thing is you've got half the team for flag football. You had 2 or 3 playing basketball, and then you got done. You go, okay, well, we'll get those. So guess what? You got 2 or 3 playing softball. So if softball has a game, kind of like Kayla Bradley.
Yep.
I'll put her. She's one that comes to mind right now. She's playing softball, but she's also supposed to be playing flag football.
Okay.
But softball is taking precedence over the flag football and everything, and that's just kind of how it is. And
Yeah, I
guess
don't know
that's
where
the-
you would go with it. 'Cause-
And I don't know how. And then if you want to sit there and play it in the fall, you got girls soccer,
You got the field being, yeah.
and then you got the field being taken.
up.
You know, so when is a good time? I like it. I enjoy it. It's like Robert Gilman sat there and said, it's if you have never come out and watched, it's like a 7-on-7, but it's just I don't know, it's exciting. It really is.
And I don't know I don't think you want to do it on a Saturday either. I mean, they did it Saturday last year. All the games were on a Saturday pretty much. But I don't know if they want to go back to that, or if,
And in the
you like to do it. I
in
like
the
the
spring,
evening.
in the spring,
and
you
it getting
have
dark and all
better chances of getting the field. You do, but you're going to have to sit there and decide if you're going to play softball, flag football, or this or that. And that's the hard thing.
Mhm.
Track and field, they had the Sumner County Championships was Tuesday and Thursday of this past week. Like I said, we recorded, we did an audio of Tuesday, which was the JV, some of the JV track and the varsity field events, and then Thursday was the varsity, your main track stuff there.
I don't know if they shouldn't have just renamed that this year the Station Camp Invitational Championships. 'Cause
There's a lot of
if
Station
you
Camp
look
people.
at it, it was all
Well, when you got the
Station-
track,
got
to
home
practice
field
on,
or home- yeah,
I mean,
home
you got the pole vault, and you got
facility.
everything else that you get to practice and work on, and
So,
know?
shout out though to RJ Shannon, Portland. He did win the
Yes.
110 hurdles, right?
Yep.
So
he's the one that set the
he's
record.
the one that set the record for PHS earlier this season. So
And then soccer is 5-7-2. They had 2 games this past week. They lost to Mount Juliet, and they played Beach last night, and hadn't seen a score yet on that. This week they're on the road. They play at White House on Tuesday and at Merle Hyde on Friday. We will be broadcasting the game on the 28th, which I think is one of their last home games. Like I said, trying to fit everything in to everybody's schedule. That's the only game we could fit in there, and so we will be broadcasting a soccer game along with that. Football, they started spring practice this week. I know Thursday they didn't get the helmets in. They got helmets in Monday, so they practiced in the helmets on Tuesday, Wednesday.
okay.
I went over to watch practice on Thursday before the softball game. They were in full pads. Got some hitting in, and like I was talking to a couple people, it's one of those where it's going to take a little bit of time to implement the new offense, to get everything down, to know what you're supposed to be doing. So if you go out right now, you're going to be watching, man, we look rough. We're supposed to look rough. We need to be looking
That's why
rough
you
right
have
now,
it.
and that's why you have it in right now, like you said. But they will practice this week coming up, and then the following week they'll have their purple and white game on the 24th. And so we will be broadcasting that game. Maybe if we're ready, we could try to broadcast it live also with video and with audio. We got to sit there and start doing that here pretty soon anyway. Something that's coming up this week, the 17th, Portland Middle School football. It's hard not to say East or West after all these years. Portland Middle School football will be having their Panther Combine, which is their fundraising event. Talked with Coach Lane. I believe I'm going to take the iPad over, and I don't know if I'm going to do it live. I think I'm going to record it and then edit some stuff and then post it. But the Panther Combine will be on YouTube by the end of next week, probably. Well, Friday they'll have it at 5:30. It's from 5:30 to 7. If you want to come out, you can come over to Portland West Middle School, go to the gym. That's where they're going to have they'll have events where they run the 40, they do some drills, they introduce the kids, and then they collect money. And then at the end, they will tell you how much money they collect. Up on the stage, the way Coach Lane has done this in the past, on the stage they'll have uniforms and helmets and footballs and everything that they wear, so the parents will get to come and actually look and see and touch and feel what goes on the kids,
okay.
what goes on a player's
Right.
body, so they can say, oh man, this helmet looks really good and everything. They'll have a highlight video from Coach Lane. It will be playing at the time, and I think you're going to have the same thing with cheerleaders. Cheerleaders will have a table set up with uniforms and stuff on, so you can kind of see. So it's just they're big. It's kind of like our lift-a-thon for the high school and everything. It's their big fundraiser, and he'll introduce the players. He'll introduce all the coaches and everything, and introduce the new middle school football team, and not east or west there. And so they'll be geared up and getting ready to go to spring practice in a couple weeks also. But that's kind of what we got slated for this week. We are going to be looking to go out to Richland Park. I believe it might be the 5th, May 5th. And we'll be broadcasting a under 12 Portland Longhorns game since Portland Sports Network is sponsoring them. Got to see a picture of the jerseys they wear, or uniforms. I'm sorry, not jersey. It's baseball, so it's uniform.
It's okay.
They got the PSN logo over on the sleeve and everything. So we're going to broadcast that game. And I was sitting there thinking last night, you know what? I don't have much. Well, this weekend is OU Texas softball. So, but it might be one of those
I think
nights.
it's more like OU softball from what I saw.
Well, it was a good game last night. We got up on them early with a home run and never looked back. But it was it had 2 rain delays. It was tough. But yeah, Oklahoma won 3-0 on that one there. So they play again tonight. But I was just thinking, with all the equipment being mobile and everything, I might just grab my tent, go one afternoon, go set up at Richland Park, pick a field, set up, and just start broadcasting for a couple games, just for the heck of it, It's one of those things. I think the kids and everybody would enjoy it. I'd have to find a sidekick to sit down with me because I know nobody wants to hear me talk for an hour or so with no conversation in between. But other than that, what we would really like, again, we trying to reach out to a lot of youth organizations, trying to get them involved, trying to get them in here. We've got May. So our guest next week will be flag football. Next Saturday will be flag football. Coach him and some of the athletes there. The following week will be Mike Moore, who's in charge of the Portland youth baseball softball over at Richland, which I guess used to be Dixie now, and now it's just youth baseball softball. He'll be in with, I think, probably a couple umpires and stuff and everything like that.
That'll be interesting.
That should be good there. Mike is a good talker there, so that's probably a good 2-hour show there. But if you're a youth or a coach from the youth, football, soccer, whatever, and you want to promote what you're doing or promote a team or something, just get a hold of us and we'll bring you on during the summer and we'll talk to some of your athletes and talk to the coach. And like I said, we're here to help not just the high school, but we're here to help with the youth and everything and promote whatever you got going on if we can and stuff like that. So, but other than that, Kyle, do you have anything else you got going on? Anything you want to talk about? Anything off the rails you want to talk about? You want to talk about the landing,
Well, that was interesting.
NASA?
That was interesting. I didn't think I would get involved in that, but I really did. Because it's like, what's the big deal? But it is a big deal.
It was, for
them, even if it was just by, I don't know, 1,000 miles or whatever, them going the furthest that ever human has ever gone before away from the Earth. I mean, you think about it, that's a big deal.
I know you have some skeptics that was sitting there going, well, how can you have all this technology and not have a good camera? I guess they were rapping about the pictures.
Oh, that's
the first couple pictures. I guess they started taking everything, and they're like, "How do you have all this technology and not have something you could, But then I know the big crater they passed over.
Mm-hmm.
Now that was some clear pictures in my book. From what I saw, that was pretty cool. I thought. And then
they showed one. There was a camera, and they said it was just a GoPro. I'm sure it was.
Well, I know they got their iPhones up there taking pictures.
Yeah, but it was on the on one of the solar panels, and so they said it's the world's most unique selfie or whatever because one of the astronauts was kind of like, of course they got a little, that's about how big the window is, and you could see them looking, and they took a picture of them, and they kind of considered that a selfie. But it was interesting. I got worried because. I said through all this stuff, the landing is the most, and they had done something different that hoped it would be better. And of course, that always scares you when you hear that. So it was kind of tense, because you've got the blackout and all that stuff, and then you're just thinking, well, how long is it supposed to look like that, and how long is it supposed to But it all ended up pretty good. And my understanding is that's just phase one. In a couple of years, supposedly they're going to land on the moon again.
Well, that's what people. You got the skeptics that did we really land on the moon? Was it staged? And because how the camera angles were this or that, and but it's just I know I read an article.
There was a
this morning.
documentary out there. I think Transformers Part 2, to that show where why we really landed on the moon. Sorry.
I know.
Go ahead.
No, that's good.
What you
I
were
know. I
saying
read.
was
I
important.
knew an article. I read an article this morning about how the astronauts were having trouble walking, and that was after being in zero gravity.
Oh, the ones from
Yeah.
yesterday. Yeah.
As they
Oh,
got them
yeah,
on, as they got them on the helicopter, and they
'Cause
got them.
That is such a confined space.
They got them on the helicopter, and then they landed on the ship out there at sea and everything. And as they was trying to get off the helicopter and walk to where they got to go, they were having trouble walking because their legs were not used to being on solid ground.
Mhm.
Basically, like you said, you're floating around and not having to use anything, and so.
I think it's kind of strange. You started out in the 60s, whatever, in the 70s. You went up in a rocket, and came
60s.
back down in this little whatever
Yeah.
triangular contraption, and then it got to the space shuttles, which you thought was a big advancement
Yeah.
in technology because they're reusable and you can come down like an airplane and land and blah 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 blah. Now we're back to the way it was in the beginning. So I thought that was interesting. I thought we was getting away from that, but that may be the safest.
Well, I think after
Safest way to do it.
the one shuttle that exploded there coming back in, I
They
think
just
that's
said
what.
that's it.
Yeah, I think that's what it just. It's cool. I think it was cool. I think a lot of people watched the takeoff, and as much as people want to criticize this and that, and conspiracy theorists out there with this and that, I think a lot of people, from my understanding, a lot of people was watching the landing last night. Watching them come in and make sure that chutes deployed and everything, and then it took them so long to get out of the little capsule to get into the life raft, to be picked up and everything. Everybody started getting worried there, and I'm sure there's a ton of stuff that you have to do to, once you hit
I'd
the
say
water
you're
and
right.
everything, to turn things
You
off,
gotta hurry.
make sure,
Yeah.
and then get out and all that. So, but again, it's something cool. It's something that not everybody got to see. Everybody got to see, if you're old enough there in the late 60s to watch the landing and how everything was so excited. When the first, I think they put a monkey or a dog, a monkey and a dog were the first two things that went up into space and everything. And then
Mhm.
you had the space war with those in Russia trying to
Right.
be the first person up in
Right.
space. And so to go the furthest and to take some pictures like that and to learn other things, it's cool that you can do that. Is there things here that we need to improve on? We do. We could have spent money on something else that we could have.
Yeah.
You could look at, like I said, I'm not saying I'm against NASA or anything. I'm just saying there's a lot of people has their ideas on what could be done. But,
Yeah, but there's so much private funding stuff that's
It
going
is.
into that too, and if that's where they want to put their money, then
Exactly. That's why it's
that's where
profit.
they're going to put it. But overall, it was interesting in technology now, where you can get on the website and you can see this is what's going on
Yeah.
right now. It's just crazy. And talking to these kids, they just talk about how math is their favorite subject, and science, and Caroline was talking about how it's exact. This number goes here, this number goes here. It still amazes me that from Houston or wherever, they can just triangulate everything. They talked about, did you hear them talking about the burn, the controlled
Yeah,
burn
yeah.
for entry? And they talked about how it was perfect. And it's like, well, what's a burn? Well, you're coming in, you're not exact, you're still 12 to 24 hours away from where you're going to enter the atmosphere, but they can already tell we're
The
not
angle
going
that
on the
you're coming in,
exact angle we want to go. We want to move you 2 degrees. And of course, I mean, that's a lot. If you anybody that knows angles in a triangle,
Yes.
2 degrees down here,
Yeah.
once you keep going out, like everybody can see what I'm doing right now. Well, I guess they can.
right there.
Once you go out, I mean, that's a big deal. And for them to say, okay, we want you to point the rockets at this direction, and we're going to do it for exactly this many seconds or minutes, and this is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And to be able to calculate that and to figure that out, and then when they got done, they could tell right then and there, okay, it's literally as perfect as it's ever going to get. And just being able to do that still amazes me.
You talking about that right there brings back, if you haven't watched Apollo 13,
Mm-hmm.
or 13, that's what you need to watch because they
Mhm.
talk about the burn to explain why they had to make that burn. And normally it's all computerized, but they had to do it manually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you know, you talk about it being exact science. They knew that their entry was they were not at the right angle because they didn't land on the moon because they were thinking, well, they're gonna land on the moon, get some moon rocks, put it in. That's why I add weight. So then you take that weight and you do your calculations, and because they didn't land on the moon and didn't have equipment going off, being left at the moon, and stuff being put on and everything, they had to recalculate everything, trying to figure out how to get them back on the angle. But like you said.
It's amazing.
It's just
People
how,
in school say, when am I ever going to learn math? When am I ever going to use physics? Well, we just went around the moon and back,
Yeah,
and you couldn't have done that without math and without physics.
Yep.
And a little luck maybe, but but a random on that, talking about Apollo 13. I just read an article this past week, and it was talking about. I mean, in time, there's been hundreds of movies that are quote unquote based on a real story.
yeah,
Most of them are, lightly based on.
they got some
on a
they got some
story.
true facts in
Yeah,
it.
you may have the names right and stuff like that, but Apollo 13 was listed as the #1 movie that literally is exactly how it happened. The things that were said from Command Center, because there was a lot of work, a lot of research that went in that movie. I found out the way things actually did happen, going and coming back. They said there's nothing exaggerated. There's nothing that was just made up because they had to fill in a time slot. Every scene in that movie is actually what happened in real life. And I thought that was brilliant because you're right. That's a good movie. I watch that movie still today if I see it on.
Well, it was on. I'll watch it,
Yeah.
and I do a lot of Netflix and YouTube stuff where I'll watch documentaries on stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
that's just again, it's one of those. You know how it ends, but still, it's one of those that's just
Yeah,
exciting on how.
that's a good
And to
point.
sit there and go, hey, their oxygen level is, it's been destroyed. You got to, like they said, you got to take the square
Mm-hmm.
and put it in the round thing.
And they actually
this,
had to do
and this
that.
is the equipment we
Yeah.
get to use because that's all they got up there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you had engineers sit there throughout the night and figure out how to sit there and make a filter system to where they can have oxygen to get them back. But like I said, it's math and science is pretty cool when it's put.
I didn't know we was going to
Put to
talk
use.
about that today, but I'm glad you did because we've been talking about it at work. Some of us, it's just interesting.
Well, it was a big thing. I know they probably didn't get it as much hoopla media wise on it. Talking about was it Artemis? Is that what it's called? The Artemis thing, as what people probably wanted to with everything else going on, and so. But yeah, it's just kind of cool. Kids will go back and go, "Oh, it's no big deal," because it didn't affect them, and that's kind of how we are nowadays. So if it doesn't affect me, then it's no big deal. If it affects me somehow, some way, then I'm gonna pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
Back in the 60s and 70s when all that was going on, that was a big deal for everybody, and you only had 3 channels at that time.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You was tuned
You
in
was
because
focused
all
in,
three channels had it on. It was in the newspapers and all that stuff. But now you got so much other stuff going on that kids are gonna be on their apps and doing their thing, and it's just that's not going to be a big story like it should have been probably. But
What I told, I was talking to my oldest daughter. She's a big astronomy person, and we was kind of thinking if we'd been smart enough, we could have created an app where I would have liked where you could put your phone up towards the moon in the last 4 days, and something would come up to let you know
Where
this
they
is
were
where
at.
this is where they're at. Of course, you can't see it, but
right,
it would say, okay, here's the moon, they're here. I think that would have been cool to see that. And they'll probably have it one day, and then they'll take my idea and
make millions of it.
somebody will make hundreds of dollars off of it and make me mad. But it also kind of, you saw some of the pictures and the videos when they was actually
Hovering
showing
over-
of the
yeah,
Earth.
Yeah,
When you're on the Earth, and I'm getting deep here, I apologize for that. When you're on the Earth, you think, man, it's crowded. There's so many people here. We're not alone. We're all, there's billions of people. But when you're up there and you're looking and you look around and you see this one little planet or whatever is just in we're all by ourselves in this little pocket of our universe. It's just weird. I mean, it just gives you a weird, or gave me a weird feeling to think that. Just, we're alone. We're all out here by ourselves, you know, it seems like, even if you can't see it. But to see it from that distance, and it's like, there's Earth, there's absolutely nothing else within however long it takes to get to other places that are not inhabited anyway. And that's just overcoming to me.
Well, I mean, don't want to get into it. We could probably talk another hour on it. But there's places here on this earth that we have not explored yet.
That's true.
And there's places that are so deep we can't get to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and you just sit there and makes you wonder sometimes. You got a lot, you know, everybody's got stuff going on in their lives, and you got things around you. But if you ever get time, you need to sit back and think about what's actually out there. It'll make you feel so small and so
Small, that's it. That's
it'll make you feel so small and
inconsequential. How about that one?
okay. If you, there's another word I'm looking for, but I want to say
That wasn't it?
That wasn't it.
It's all right. I tried to help you there.
But anyway,
But you're right, and I would have loved to have lived. Well, just take me back there. I don't want to live back there, but take me back there for a minute. Before electricity, before all the lights and stuff of everything, when you could just go outside when it was dark. I mean, could you imagine just the stars that you could see, and everything is quiet, and just, I think that would kind of be a surreal moment too, if you could ever do that.
well, we went deep here, didn't we?
We did. I'm sorry. I've been holding that in for a while, I think.
I'm glad we would get you to be able to talk and bring it out.
Yeah.
So
I tried to make that sports related, but I really can't.
well, guys, we appreciate you tuning in. If you're still tuning in to Sports Saturday Off the Rails, again, we want to thank Portland East Middle School Track.
That was fun. That was so much fun.
For coming on here and enjoying that right there. And yeah, if you got nothing to do this week, again, we've got baseball on. Let's see, baseball is Monday, Wednesday, Thursday at home. Softball is Monday and Thursday at home. You've got soccer. Actually, we're playing away. Flag football's home Thursday. If you got nothing to do from, I'd say about 3:15, you'll be able to get into the school. If not, you're going to be sitting in line. But about 3:15 to about 5 o'clock, come out and watch the varsity high school football out there on the practice field. Come watch them practice. You know, Coach Dupree doesn't mind you coming in and watching if you don't get into the drill with them or anything like that. But come and watch and see what the future holds for your Panther football team there. Like I said, we'll be broadcasting Monday softball game, Tuesday baseball game, Thursday flag football, and then we'll have flag football coaches and players on Saturday's show. If there's any other teams out there that need recognized or you want to give a shout out to whatever, let us know. Send us a message or get a message to us, and we'll put it out there and try to help out all we can.
A lot of camps already getting set up for May and June, and you've done a good job of trying to get all that posted. But it's a lot of activities that the sign-ups are out there.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get your kids lined up and in that.
But with that, guys, we appreciate everything. We'll sit there and say, have a good Saturday, be safe, and tune in Monday for the broadcast of the softball game. And until then, Kyle Eaton, Coach Almendarez here. Appreciate you stopping by. And as always, go Panthers.